Hello, this is Charlie. I get loads of emails to do with why some psychics you go to with private readings good and why some psychics are rubbish and not so good. Some psychics say, oh, they're brilliant and their messages are brilliant and spot on and 100%, and when you have a message off them, it's not what they made it out to be. Well, like I say to everybody, no psychic, celebrity psychic, backstreet psychic, internet psychic, doesn't matter who they are, they can't guarantee a brilliant reading. No psychic can. Every psychic has good and bad readings, and there's reasons for them. And the reasons are to do with the spirits that's around the psychic at that time. That's why they can't guarantee 100% reading. Because I've had good and bad readings. I mean, I've had more good readings than bad readings, but it doesn't always work that way. It's not the psychic's fault. It's the spirits that's organised, and they haven't got the right spirits around that person. Because it does have a lot to do with the personality of the psychic as well. And some spirits, that certain spirits can't work through certain psychics. A lot of psychics don't know this. I mean, I've got a brilliant gift. I'm not a big head or nothing, but I have. But I still can't guarantee 100% good reading because it's down to the spirits. That's what it is. I mean, I've got a three-way channel. I hear them, see them, smell them. So annoying, you know. I even have my mother around me telling me what channel to have on the telly and watch Coronation Street, you know. No psychic is better than any other psychic. That's the way it is. I mean, the psychic's on Facebook there, and one psychic, mentioning no names, and he is psychic, and he's doing a challenge to challenge other celebrities, psychics, and he's not a celebrity. I just don't understand why he's doing it. But then again, he probably wants to get to know, like, you know, his way of doing it, like. But it's not a game. Psychics should all work together, not making out that they're better than the next one. It's simple as that. It's a different type of business, if you want to put it that way. Really, there's other psychics on the internet which, you know, making out that they're better than you and I'm the best psychic in Britain and all that, you know. These psychics, majority of them, I'll give you an example, can be overconfident. And some of this overconfidence probably isn't even them. It's probably spirits keeping them interested. That's what they do. Some psychics can switch off, some can't. I'll give you an example of overconfidence to do with some psychics, and they end up giving bad readings because they're overconfident, and their confidence is overriding the spiritual message. It's them talking and not spirits, and they get confused. There's loads like that. I mean, Sylvia Brown, which is a celebrity, a lot of people might not know her. She's in America, and I've talked about her before, and people have asked me questions about if she's a proper psychic, how come she got it wrong? She gave a message to a couple, and he wanted to know if their son went missing, and he wanted to know if he was dead or not. And she just come out with it and said, yeah, he's not here. Well, 2 weeks later, the lad ended up on the doorstep, and she said he was dead. Now, what went wrong there? Well, there's a few things that's gone wrong, and one of them is, like I said, is overconfidence. Sylvia Brown is so sure of herself, and she is psychic, but her psychic ability is going a bit haywire because of the confidence that she's got in herself and arrogance. She's an arrogant person. I mean, the message she got wrong there, like, is she's probably either herself or she's picking up another instant to suit with some other kid dying. There's an explanation for it. Spirits tell me that if you're too overconfident with a gift and you're going around bragging about it, it does cause problems. It really does. But even if you're the opposite, if you've got a negative way of thinking, that causes problems as well. And being too positive, you're supposed to just let it go with the flow. Simple as that. And you don't have your own opinion about your own gift. Why I'm saying all this is I'm giving people who send me emails an idea of why some psychics are good and bad. But it mainly comes down to the way the psychic actually works and thinks, and also what spirits are around the psychic at that time. I mean, if you get a spirit around you, and he were the sort of person when he were alive to give advice out to people, they've still got that problem when they're up there. And some spirits even forget what they're gonna say. They knew a psychic reading has been booked, but the spirit forgets what they were gonna say. I've had them. I go, well, what are you doing, love? You'll have to do better than that, you know. You're supposed to be convincing the girl or solving their problems. Well, I mean, you're gonna. Then you pointed out, and I went outside for a smoke, and they come back and they think about it. You might not think that's possible, like, but it is. There's no such thing anyway as a good psychic. No such thing whatsoever. And if you get advertisements saying, oh, one of the best psychics in the world and all that, it's a load of crap. I mean, if you get Sally Morgan on national television, and she is good, Sally Morgan, because she's the positive approach of she just lets it flow out. But she still has problems. Them television programs, they pick the best readings out. But it doesn't mean she's crap. She just, it's a good way of convincing people. She has good and bad readings, and they see all the good readings on the telly. It's simple as that. No psychic is better than anybody else, and they should all work together, and the vibrations work better in every way if the psychic is just going with the flow, and the laid-back person, easy going. That sort of approach gives a good reading, really does. But then again, it all depends what spirits are around you. That is the main point. You can go by a reputation of some psychics, go by ear or what you read, but it doesn't mean that psychic will work for you. Like I just said, there's loads of reasons. Doesn't mean the psychic's rubbish. Really doesn't. They have good and bad days. Every psychic does all over the world. I mean, I'm finished with this. I've had emails about people waiting in chat rooms for a reading and stuff like this, and on Facebook. And there's a lot of psychics which get given free readings, with just a little message like, your daughter's not well and you've got to do this and blah, blah, blah. Now, if you want a real psychic reading, that isn't a solution because there's so many people queuing up, and there's a lot of people who are getting frustrated and waiting. I don't understand why they're doing that. The only way to get a good private reading is not by free psychics giving it on the internet and giving you a couple of lines of messages, is get a private reading face to face. I mean, you can get psychics on the internet for a full reading if you're willing to pay for it. But then again, a lot of people will be disappointed when they pay. There's a lot of psychics on the internet that give free readings and they're willing to spend time with you on your own, rather than just giving a few lines of messages. Because I used to do it and it doesn't work. People get all annoyed and they're not hearing what they want to hear. Because when you think about it, you're not going to solve your problems with a couple of lines of messages, are you really? Paying loads of money for a psychic doesn't mean you're going to get a better reading. It's all to do with the spirits around you. That's all it comes down to. And it doesn't help being negative about a reading either. It's best to be open-minded when you have a reading, because if you're not, it makes the spirits negative and it makes the psychic negative, and it doesn't help with the reading. These are just all facts. Like, I mean, if you pay for a psychic, me personally, no psychic is worth over 20 quid for a reading, because he can't guarantee anything. Anyway, I'll leave it at that, but if you need any help or advice to do with the spiritual world, you know where I am. And if you want free readings on the Whirl, you know where I am. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.